These are all from my company, which you know, Small Beautiful Things. Which
I buy religiously from it. Some of the coolest gifts. And that's what another thing about shopping vintage is you're really giving gifts that are special and one of a kind.
Yes, and which was one of the reasons that I started the company. There are things that are so special that they're really worth having. So these are Art Deco sandwich flags that are silver plated that I brought specifically because I thought Rachel would love them, right?
Cucumber, cress, smoked salmon, egg. I want to go make little sandwiches.
So the idea.
I'm buying these,
right?
Yeah.
They brought them for you.
Sale.
So but when you look for something like this, how do you know what it's worth, right? How do you know whether this is worth having?
Sardine.
There are 6 flags, but this is a complete set. Not only is it in the box, which makes it more valuable, there are ones that I've seen that have little 6 labels. This has 20, and they're interchangeable. So immediately you know this is worth more. But also, there's a label here. You can Google this. Go Google it and see what are the prices. What is the history of this company? You can go and do your research. When you go to a flea market, when you go to a vintage dealer, you can say, hey, I know about this. And you can compare prices. Now, again, if you're at a store, at a brick and mortar store, don't haggle. All right, that's just one thing I wanted to. They hate that. Yeah. And also, remember, we've put a lot of time and love into trying to find you these things. When you are at a flea market, they do expect you to haggle.
Absolutely.
Bring cash.
Going to
Brimfield or Round Top or one of the big fairs.
They do expect it, right?
Absolutely.
When you go to a store, don't do that. Very bad. Very bad.
This is a Victorian match striker. Now, when you open it, I don't know if you can see, maybe you can zoom in on this. It says sterling. Right?
Wow.
You want to look for things like stamps that say sterling, that have stamps on them like lions or crests, or things that tell you whether they're from England or France or what time period they're from. Those are things that tell you that they're authentic. That way you kind of know what prices you should be expecting from a dealer and what you can haggle from, right? Or what you should not haggle. One thing you want to be careful for and look out for is be respectful. Right? When you're dealing with the dealer, remember what went into them finding that piece. You don't want to lowball so much that they're like, hey, do you understand what you're trying to buy here? You want to be respectful of what something is worth.
Even if you are at Brimfield or one of those places.
Absolutely. The time and effort it took to find it.
If it's marked $200, don't say, let's start at 20. You know what I mean?
They're going to be like, are you kidding? This, again, is a pristine Victorian dance card holder for those ladies who would receive a calling card from a gentleman. If there's no label or any kind of markings, look at the intricacy of this work. This is mother of pearl abalone, ebony and ivory inlay.
Beautiful.
Nobody's gonna really take the time to make this over, okay? This is pretty easily authenticated just based on the fact that it's not only pristine, but the workmanship is there. Now this is also Victorian, mother of pearl, but it's damaged. It's a Victorian change purse.
Aww.
But now it's beautiful, but if you're looking for something perfect, you're not gonna go for this. But this, again, is what is this worth to you?
Right.
So it's sort of like you're willing to pay for what it's worth to you, not necessarily what the market value is.
What the quality is.
And if you're gonna make an offer, let's say these were $150 and you say, I'd like to do 100, if you make an offer and that is accepted, you're kind of honor bound to buy it, right? The other thing is, if they say no, and you start to walk away, if you are prepared to walk away from an item and you really walk, sometimes a dealer will be like, wait, come back.
That's true.